Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. It's Sally here. Today I'm going to be stitching more of my grimoire. The last time I saw you I was kind of planning out the altar. So I've now stitched on all of my doilies, which I'm really pleased about. I like the layout of how they are. And I've also stitched on my little patch of embroidery that I was gifted from Christine. So that's on there as well. If you can see this one here, it didn't quite fit how I wanted it without it going over the edge. But what I thought was, it has gone over the edge because if you remember when I was planning this one out, I thought I'd lost it then. I'd had this little bit of lace that I said I was going to kind of tuck. So once all this is kind of sewn in and everything, this will be like this. And then I'm going to be attaching, I haven't attached it yet because I thought it might get in the way. I'm going to attach that piece of lace there. So when everything's folded in and the book's folded, because this will actually go on the back of there. That's right, yeah. And then when it's all folded up, what will happen is there'll be little tabs on the side. So that one kind of probably go in the middle somewhere just to kind of like space it out lovely. Like a nice space, so that will kind of go like that, and then I may even carry that on and do another tab for the next page over. I don't know yet, we'll see how it goes, but at the moment it's kind of like that. So I thought I did kind of like just shuffle it down a bit and place it there just so, and it fits quite nicely. I didn't want it overlapping. I was going to overlap it at one stage, but then I thought, no, I'm not going to. So that's kind of like I've got a little tab there, so just thought it was a nice little feature that I was thinking of. So that's the base of my altar. You may have seen a couple of little pictures. Oh, got an itch, just my leg's itching. Got a little itch. You may have seen some of these. I just posted pictures of them as I was doing them yesterday. So that's my feather now. I've done that, and I've done that all in like a stacked satin stitch. Took quite a while, but I really enjoyed doing that. And I've kind of like graduated the tones of the lilacs and the pinks up. Just to give it a nice feel to it. That's my clamshell so far, my oyster shell. I've still got my button to put in, which is somewhere in here. I think I did kind of choose one. That one there I like. That one's actually, it's still got its thread in. Let me get that thread off if I can. Let's see. Doesn't want to come off. It's not coming off. It's a little bit off. Let's try and get that bit off. So how are you all today anyway? I hope you're all well and you're finding time to stitch. I've seen some lovely grimoire pages on the Facebook page. They're all coming along really lovely. And oh, I love all your different designs as well, and all of your little features that are that are all unique to you. Look at that! Isn't that gorgeous? How the little holes are so close together. But that's going to be my pearl that goes inside my clamshell. But I'm going to put things like this on at the last minute because otherwise they kind of get in the way. So that will be going on there. So that is water, and I think water's over that side, isn't it? So I think air is there. That was earth, and then that was fire. That's right. So it's kind of going like that, but obviously these are too big at the moment. What I did with these, I drew them out on this lovely cotton cloth, because it's so thin, I just wanted to stabilize it a little bit. So I just put this is a piece of damask on here. I used just as a stabilizer, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut round, and I'm going to tuck everything under like I did that one. So that one will go there. They will kind of overlap the doilies. And then I have also written out or typed out the water. That one, earth is up there, and fire's there. So I thought I might put those on as well. They may not go there. They may go kind of there, maybe there, earth, there maybe, I don't know, something like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these, I'm going to take those off a minute so I don't lose them. I'm going to pop them with that one and my button. In fact, I'll pop those all in there so they're all safe in my little pot. I'll know where they are when I come back to get them. So I'm going to pop these on first. So let's start with our feather. So what I am going to do is just cut round a little bit more, just to take some more of that fabric off. I don't want to go too close because I want to tuck the edge in. I'm saying that and now I'm thinking, do I want to tuck the edge in or yes, I am going to tuck the edge in, I think, because I've done it with that one. So kind of like a needle turn applique rather than just raw edge. I think that's what I'm going to do. So that's enough of a border all the way around, I think. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start just finger pressing ground. Because this is cotton, it does crease very easily, as you know. If you've got cotton blouse on or anything, they do crease, don't they? But this is a good thing, but when it creases, because we get the edge then, don't we? And it kind of stays put a little bit. You can see where we're going. So we're using cotton to our advantage this time. Just go all the way round. Okay. I was talking to Christine this morning, actually. We had Christine and Christy, we had our weekly Sunday catch-up on FaceTime, which we do most weeks. And she was just, I think she's just been doing some applique, and she said she glues hers for ease of use. And I suppose that is a good thing. And I'll show you what I think what she does is, she just uses her, I think do you use Yoo-hoo? I can't remember which one you use, Christine, but they're all the same. I've got a Pritt stick this time, but and then she just dabs a tiny bit of glue on. These are really good because these are, not that you're going to be washing your piece, but they are like machine washable and everything, and it doesn't intrude on your stitching. You don't get stiff fabrics or anything like that, so it's kind of quite good, and it holds your fabric down, I suppose. I always forget to do it, but Christine did remind me this morning, because I think this is what you were doing, Christine. Kind of like that. Oh, upside down. What I'm going to do, I am going to pin it as well, just so that it doesn't slip or anything. So I'm going to have it, shall I have it like that, like that? Quite like it like that. I can refine it as I'm going round and just smooth it out a little bit once I've got my stitches in there. I'm not too worried at the moment about the edges. As long as I've got some guide to get around, it will be fine. Because I'm popping my pins through a few layers of fabric. This is I've got a backing fabric, I've got this fabric, and then I've got my doilies as well, and it can be a little bit tough sometimes. That's why I've done my embroidery on separate pieces, just because I couldn't have done this on this. I'm having trouble putting my pin through. See, see how that's a bit of a sharp edge. Once I've got my needle, I will turn that a little bit more, so it's a bit more of a smoother edge, but kind of like that. So you got the picture like that. So then what I'm going to do is, look, already threaded. I was prepared, yay me. I try to get a little bit more prepared. I'm not usually. What you can do is, I've been using a hoop actually just at the moment, because it seems a little bit easy with all the fabric that I've got and the stitching that I'm doing. It just seemed a little bit easier to pop it into a hoop. I need to go a bit more and a bit more. I've been using thinner thread fabrics. There you go, that's it. That's it. So what I'll be doing now is start here, because that's a nice smooth bit. So this is just a white thread. Oops, got the knot. I'm just doing tiny little stitches around to attach it. I don't think I'm going to be using any coloured threads to make any features on this. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Let's take that one out. Oh, and I did, you know, I said I had my range of colours. I did actually add a little bit more too. I added a few. I didn't have any lighter of the lilacs, so I added lighter lilacs. And also for my clamshell, I didn't have any greeny blues, or I've gone for like an aqua. I think it's those two that I used. So I did add a little bit more, but I kind of like, I haven't used that one. That was just one I was thinking about. I used those two. I kind of like just had a look at my palette and looked at the bluey aquas that would kind of go like a greyishy tone almost. So those are what I went for those. So I did add a couple more colours, but I'm being really strict with myself. I know there's a lot of variety here anyway, but I'm not going too far away from my initial palette, which is unusual for me because I usually add loads and loads of different colours. But I'm sticking to it at the moment. Right, can you see here I've got a little bit of a... Right, let's get rid of that one. Oops, we're caught up. The only problem when you're working with more fabric. Right, I don't like this corner here. And then this is too straight, so I just want to alter this. Apologies if you can hear a little bit of noise in the background. It's Sunday morning here, and I think that might be Jamie just getting up and going into the bathroom. As my regular viewers will know, I haven't got a door on my room. It's kind of like an archway, so I can't shut out all the noise all the time. I have to kind of just say I'm filming and I hope they remember and be quiet. Even though my children are older now, they're still noisy. We've still got 3 of them living with us. Only my son's moved out because he's got married. My other son, I've got 2 sons. 2 sons, 2 daughters. can make for a noisy house sometimes. But I like it like that. Over COVID, we actually had my other son and his what was girlfriend then, wife now, living with us as well. So it was quite a busy household at the time, especially at some times when it was COVID and you weren't even allowed out either. It was lovely. I loved it, having everybody around. Okay, so I can get rid of that one, can't I? I'm just going to get rid of that one as well because I need to just adjust. Fabric, although it doesn't look too bad at the moment. That's kind of like a nice curve. So just tiny stitches all the way around. I may do something else, but I'll do this first and then kind of like sit back and see how I like it. If it needs any like coloured stitches, you know, like decorative stitches or anything like that, I might do some, but who knows. I don't make too many plans. I have a brief idea of what I want and then I like to just see how things evolve. That looks a little bit too straight. I'm just going to take that one out. Right, this is a bit, I don't like this bit here. This is a bit too straight, so we're going to just pull a little bit out there. So I'm going to pull that all out. There's too many creases in it. Let's just try. I could cut that down a little bit actually, but I think I'm going to be okay if I just, there, that's much better. So go around, I'll smooth out. I was talking to Christy and Christine earlier and saying how much I'm enjoying this project and how I don't want it to end, and thinking what else could I do on this kind of a theme. So I'm not sure yet, but I would like to kind of carry the theme on into next year. Not this project, we're going to be finishing this project off, but a new project with the same kind of witchy vibes and quite, I'm really enjoying just kind of like reading the books that I've got and just learning about the seasons and what happens in the seasons and what the little motifs all mean, the colours, you know, symbolism and everything. Just really enjoying learning more about it. So don't be surprised if you see a future project come up next year. Won't be this year because I've got my most projects planned for what I'm doing this year now. But next year, who knows? Right, it's a little bit tough there because of the doily. We're nearly around the other side, are we? Not too far away. Oopsie-days. Got a tangle. All right, we're on the home stretch now, so let's try and get this finished. Oh, that's a struggle. Let's go back out and try again somewhere else. There we go. I'm just going to take that one out because we're about there. And there we go. Well, that is that done. Let's just finish that off. A few little stitches will do it. You don't need to knot it all the time. So that's that. Let's have a look how that looks. Once it's pressed, it will be even better. So loving that. And then I'm going to do the candle just there and the clamshell just there, and then I will have a look and see what my words will look like. Yeah, I'm going to probably position them just, air is this one, isn't it? So probably just to make a little bit more, take it out a little bit more this way. And then I've got my talisman kind of little bits and pieces. Let's have a look what we've got. So I'm not going to do this straight away. Like the button, I'm going to do these kind of things last, just because they will get in my way otherwise. But I've got a key. I did have that pearl button. Doesn't that look lovely? But I think because it's a book, it's just going to be too much. Old grotty stuff up puff there, but it's kind of like, maybe have a look at some of the puffs actually. Christy showed me her front page. I'm not going to say too much because she's filming her, so I'm not going to give it away. But she did something very interesting with the Suffolk puff. But I'm going to leave that as it is because that's for her to say. And then I've got my little pentacle as well to pop on. I've got some stars. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. I may embroider rather than sequins. I think I'm going to embroider stars on here, I think. But that's kind of like how it's going at the moment. And I think I'm going to leave it there because I'm just going to do the same to these and then get these little labels on and then just fill out the background with little stars, I think, maybe, or yeah, I like the idea of little stars actually. Going to do that. So that's that one done. I'm still, that one there, I did mention that I was thinking about doing seed stitching the background, but I don't think I am. But I may do some little stars in a really light, what was I using before? That's so, it's a creamy colour, so it's not going to be in your face. So I might do some, like little stars, just a cross, that kind of thing on there. And then this one here is not finished because I'm still waiting for my thread. Hopefully it will come tomorrow in the post. So I've got that to do, and I've got the curtains there to do. And here, Christy also showed me she's got this sheet of letters. I can't remember at the moment what they are, but once Christy's done hers, I'm going to ask her to pop the sheet onto the Facebook page, which I'm sure she'll be willing to do, so that you can make your own words up from these little swirly things, letters. I'm sorry, I can't be any more than that because I can't remember what they're called. It was called something alphabet. I can't remember, like Mystic Alphabet or something like that. I can't remember what it was called now. But and I was thinking of maybe putting a word there, the word that this is, which was my creativity. It was, weren't it? It's all right. I'm only getting confused because Christie's is inspiration, and I thought, oh, that's a good one to use. But she used that one, and I'd used creativity already. So, but both of those are great words. So yeah, creativity mine is. So I might do that, and then I'm also going to, because this is the back page, I might put my name and date on there as well. But that's as far as I've got with mine. So I'm waffling a little bit. Sorry. I'm trying to think what else I've got to do, but I think that's it for now. So that's it. I'm going to be working on this page for the rest of the day. When I've got time, I'm going out for lunch in a bit. So I've got that to do, and then hopefully I'll get a couple of hours this afternoon, if I'm lucky, to do some more stitching. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day too, and take care. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.